everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business called a Flower Patch, and at the Flower Patch I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Sorry about my cat, guys. All he's done is just cry all morning. I brought him in here where you can hear the heating on in the background, and he's just cry, and he's being fed, he's got biscuits and he's got a drink and everything, but it's not good enough. So anyway, I just wish to thank you all again for your wonderful comments on the arrangement that we did yesterday. I really do appreciate it. It's so heartwarming and so touching of you all. You're like my little global family and I love you all. Right, we're gonna do something different today. I decided, because I've had a couple of orders for these, I thought I'd do one today for, our tutorial. I'm going to do a tree topper. They can be very big. Well, they can be as big as you like, really, guys. And you can have them any colour to match your Christmas tree decorations and things like that. And they're just beautiful things. It's something a lot of people I know still have, like the angel stars or angels and things like that on the top of the tree. But there is a big trend, as they say, time moves on. But just incorporating the top of the tree with the rest of the decorations on your tree. So again, I'm gonna do it in gold with green, because I'm going to make this one for my tree. And my tree is all green, emerald green and gold. I know I've done a lot of emerald green and gold at the moment, but I've had quite a few people state that they actually like that colour and that's the colour scheme that they're considering going. So what we're going to do, first of all, I just want to show you what ribbon I've chosen. I've chosen obviously a velvet ribbon, emerald green with gold on the underside, which will make it look really pretty and add to the colour that we're doing. I've also chosen just a glittery gold with a mesh in the centre, if you can see. So we've got that, and then for our stem, to cover all our stems, or I've got a silk ribbon that I'm going to wind around it just to cover the mechanics where we're going to be having things like the cable ties and that. So I've got an emerald green silk as well. So for our elements, I am going to add in white. Just one piece of white. So because I want some wispy bits, I've got one full stem, and then I've cut a few down into smaller pieces and smaller lengths to place around the front of it as well. This tall one will be going around near the back, and it's on the longer stem, which I need. My cat gets off. I've got glittery fern, where it's got also, it's very heavily embossed, and it's got sequins on as well. And I need, again, we need the length of the stem. I've got out just one of these, my pine needles, just to represent for the foliage, what we tend to use for Christmas. And I want that in, and I want to place things in and around it, and that has got a very sturdy stem. So, and all these, when they're together, they go down the trunk of your Christmas tree. And I will be attaching on some pipe cleaners. You can use cable ties or floral wire, whichever you've got at hand, to attach it around the inside of your main trunk of your tree. I have also got out just two of because they're wispy and I want movement, the tree pine. So I've got two stems of them out as well. I don't want the stem what's going down the trunk extremely long. We don't want that. So these will probably be around the right length of stem that I require. I've also got out some foxtail fern, but this has got glitter on. Now I'm doing gold, but this has got silver glitter on, but I don't mind that because some of these are probably going at the side, one at the back, because we still need some movement at the back as well of the tree. So I've got out 3 of these just for that little bit of sparkle and movement. Oops. I've also got out some wild lilies in gold. Now these stems are quite long and they come like this, as you know, they're not on a bunch, they come singular like that in packs, and I want to add some of those in and around as well. Excuse me. If I could just get that one back on. So we've got those. I've also got out just 3 stems of my Christmas ornaments or baubles as well, because I'd like to put some of those in again to represent the Christmas theme. What you probably have baubles or Christmas ornaments on your tree as well. And finally, for our main focal point in the middle, at the front, I've got out a double stem poinsettia in velvet with its own foliage, what you can maneuver around and manipulate, and tall at the top here, and that is going to be our centre focal point. So I've got one of those out as well. So that is all that we've got. Let me just place that there, because eventually my cat will go and sleep on his bed. He's my little quality controller. He likes to watch closely everything I do. So, and I've also got out as well, you're going to need cable ties. So let me, and I've also got a coffee. That's not going on it, but that's just to say, you know, keep me warm. I said yesterday I'll be wearing jackets. It's minus, I think -2, 3, something like that here at the moment. I know in some places where it's really cold, that's nothing, but where we live, ooh, it's like the Atlantic. We're not used to it. So I'm going to bring the camera down because I'm going to be working on the flat surface. I actually looked for the stand that I could attach here where you could watch me from behind, but it's got no light on the stand. It's just a stand, so, and I need light so you can see it properly. So I'm going to have to invest in one of those instead. Right, so let me just bring the camera down, guys. So I'm going to see if I could come in a little bit closer. Excuse my cat again. He just loves it. You're going to go on your bed? Let's put you on your bed. Oh, don't cry. Oh, gosh, you're heavy. Stay there. Stay there. Stay there. You can't come. Right. So I'm going to do our bow first. Oops, daisy. There. So I'm going to just, well, I don't know about this one. I quite like the idea of actually turning it over with it having gold on the other side. So I might do that with this one. We'll hang on. And I'm bringing all my tail ends to the bottom. I don't want any going and covering the elements that we're placing in at the top. So I will bring it towards me instead of placing it up here. So let's see how long I'd like these. I'm going to go 14 inch, I think. Shall I go 14 or 12? We'll go 12. So we'll place it in, and I'm bringing it towards me. So as you're doing it, that will be facing towards your tummy, like so. So then I'm going to twist. This is very thick quality, this, so it's quite tough to use, but it's great for the loops because then it will sit in place. So I'm going to do, let me see, what do I do? I'm going to do 7-inch loops on this green one, and I'm going to twist. Just place it in. Go to 7 again. And then I'm going to go 7 again, so I'm going to just go on top of the one what's underneath and measure it with that one. You can also place in your fingers like that, just so you know then it's the same. And this one as well. And then I'm going to bring this tail end down. You see, I may be using this colour again. So I'll bring that one down as well. Then we'll use our gold. Let me just cut the end off. Oh, he looks like he's sulking now, guys, because I've made him go over there. I usually put the wider ribbon on the bottom, but I want the gold on the top. So I could have gone for a smaller, you know, a 1.5 inch, but I really wanted to have this mesh one on it. So I'm measuring with the same tail end here. And let's, oh my goodness, go over, and I'm gonna go, let's see, 6 inch on these. Just twist it, measure 6 inch, and I'm going to do 4 again of these, measure 6 inch again, put the one underneath, place it through your dowels, twist, and then 6 inch again, and then I'm going to bring it towards me and then cut at the desired length you'd want your tail ends, something like that. And I'm going to go back with the green, but I'm going shorter now with these tail ends by about 2 inch. You can do it, you know, you can have it about 1 inch if you want. In fact, let's go a bit long, so it's about 1 inch. Then twist. I'm going to go around 5.5 inch with that one. And 5.5 inch on this side. And just make sure it's twisted over. And then bring this tail end down as well. And then for our centre, I'm just cutting a piece off like that, folding it in half. And then because they're 5 inch, I want these around 3.5 to 4 inch loop in the centre. And then I just place it in the middle. You'll have this bit here hanging off the end, but you've got that to have that for your cable tie to attach around it. And then you can just trim this down after you've attached your cable tie. So let's get the cable tie and just place it underneath. Onto the top. Oh, let me get my flat nose pliers, guys, because it's cold in here and my hands are quite cold and I can't grip very well. So I'm just doing that. You can leave that on if you like, and what I tend to do sometimes is now I arrange my loops. So I would bring one of the green up here, bring one down here, so I'm making a letter X underneath, and one like that and one like that. So then the gold ones you place in the middle of each of the green and on your second ribbon. So we'll have one there, one there in between them two green, one here, and then the other one in between the two green at the bottom. And then you've got the green one here. They go, because they're smaller, I'm sitting them above the gold to bounce off of that colour. And then this one will be in your centre. So now I've positioned those, I will take those off of my bow maker. I will get a cable tie because I'm going to attach it around with the cable tie. Place it through. And then just pull tight. And then cut off the excess of the cable tie. I'm just going to twist that once or twice max, just so that stays on to the back. So now you've got your tail ends that you want to be placing down to the bottom, like so. They'll all be there, and then just fluff up again your loops. Just be a bit forceful with them if you wish. And that one goes down here, that one in the centre here. Did I do it the wrong way? Yeah, that one at the top, sorry, my fault. Then that one here. And then just go around. And that one there. Like so. Then you've got the little one in the centre, where you just do that. And that is going to be my ribbon or my bow for my tree topper. So now you've got these little bits here, what are, now you've attached it, you can go cut it a bit closer to the cable tie. So let's have a look with the gold. Now I'm going to cut these at an angle. I'm not dovetailing them. That's one. Oh, one's longer than the other, so we'll keep them around the same length. So, then again with the green, I'm just going to turn over the edge at the top. Now, if you want that to stay there, I mean, mine's going in the house, but if it was outside, you may want to place a little bit of glue, just a dab underneath there, just to hold it in place. But with this going inside, I don't really need to do that. I can just fold over the ends just to show that little bit of gold on the opposite side of the green. So I've done it like that. Just do this one as well. So that is our bow done. Beautiful. Two of those there as well. So that's our bow. That's going to go on to our arrangement that we're going to make for the tree topper, and you can just fluff those up as you go along, or once you've done, you know, fluff it up a little bit more. I tend to just pat the ends when I've opened them out, just to give that round effect. So you have that. Isn't that lovely? So we'll place that aside. We don't need no more of the ribbon. If you want to add in extra tail ends, then you can just put like the strips in with the bow as well without having to make the loops. Let's just place this one like so. Let me get that out of the way. So we'll just place them on there and move them out of the way. So we'll just get rid of our glitter from the bow. Oh my goodness. We're all glistening. Just wipe it with these, because these will pick up with them being wet. The glitter. I could get my little hoover out, but the cat seems to run away from it. He don't like it, even though it's not going to harm him. He just doesn't like it. He doesn't like the hoover, the vacuum cleaner in the house either. He runs outside when it's on. So let's just get all of this out of the way. So, place that there. Let me just grab my drink. Place those there as well. The less we've got around us, the better. Right, first of all, if I can get it, it's tangled, is our peacock feathers. Now again, as I said, I've cut some short as well, so I've placed those ones there. And I'm not going to need this stem that long. So all I've done, I'm going to do is just place that there. Let me cut the stem while we're here, with it being quite long. So we want a wispy bit at the back. You can do this in any order you like. You can do it by hand, or you can just lay things on top of each other like that on your mat, especially if you suffer with health issues in your hands. You know, there is quite a lot of people who do. I'm one of them as well. I just want to see which order I'd like to place, because I've got to take into consideration where this will be going. And all it is basically just placing things on top of each other. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place this one at the back. Let me take the tags off, because that won't look very good, will it? I'm going to spread the leaves out a bit again, because it's going to be quite big. So I'm going to place that there. Then I will place on top my peacock feathers. Just place some around on this side. They've got no wire in, but they will just flop open and move to their own desire once they've done. Let's get a few of these cable ties out as well. And then all I want, again, because I want this and to place things in and around it. So I'm just opening it up. I'm leaving some at the back, because obviously I want it to have something at the back as well. I don't want everything just, you know, at the front. So I will place that on top. Now I don't want to be placing my bow here, because when we place our bow, it needs to cover some of your foliage and your beautiful decoration. So it would be going up here, because we need that stem to go down the trunk of our tree. So then I've placed that on top like so. And then you can just wiggle around your things how you'd like them to sit. As you can see, that's fanning out already. So I want to keep those in that position without them going anywhere. So I'm going to get a cable tie, and I don't want to place them all down the stem. I want to place some further up the stem to hold that, because we need the support up here as well to keep it all together. So I will keep that one there like so. If I show you, cut off the excess. Again, I haven't placed any on the main stems as of yet, and I'm just going to, because this is quite heavy, this wired fern or pine needle, I want to keep that in place over here as well. So find just a little area further up. I can grab it. Just want to take that one out of the way. Like so. And then just attach up above as well, so they all stay in place. So you have that. As you can see, it's sticking out from the side, because we do need that volume for it to, you know, and that fullness to stick out. It's still flat at the back, but I am going to be placing things at the back as well, just to give it some movement. I could place things like this as well at the back and have that slightly sticking out like that to give that movement also. So what I want to do, I think actually we'll put some of these in. So we could bring again that there, and I'm looking for where the stem is because I need some length on there. So I want to bring that somewhere like around here so you can see it at the back as well, if you can, sticking up. And I'm just keeping, and you can, you know, just mingle things in a bit if you wish and bring some of your gold leaves through. So I want that, and I've got another one. Let's open that one up as well, because I could have that or attach it slightly higher, but I'm not going to put it higher. I may intertwine that with this and just bring then these forward by placing that in the middle, and bring some down. We want a bit of wispiness around, and again bring the pine in as well as out. So we've got it like that at the front. So I'm going to attach all of those again. So now I'm happy with that. So they will stay into place as well. So I'm going just a bit further up by placing the stem at the cable tie around them. You may think there's going to be a lot of cable ties, but trust me guys, you won't see them when we've done at all. What have I just done with my other pliers? Oh, I place them back. Just grab that and just pull again. I'm placing it up here. Pull and snip that off. And because I've got that here as well on the back, it's not needed another cable tie up here because the stem only goes that far. So I know it's secure. I can't feel it moving. But come the end, when we've got things in, I will place a couple of cable ties around here to play, you know, to bring these in together as one. So that's our, let me just bring them there. So far, right, I've got these smaller ones of these. I will be bringing these around the front here as well. Let's get some of our wild lilies. I'll just take 5 out for now. Again, the stems are long on these, so ideal. So what I want to do is maybe bring one up here. So again, bend it because it's coming down here on the main stem. I hope you can see, guys. Down here, so I've bent it slightly, as you can see, because that's going down there. Get another one. Bend that one. And you can keep hold of it while you're doing it if you know, you feel it's moving or anything. I'm okay at the moment. And then I'm just going to be placing them on top of each other, the stems. And I'll bring that one up about there. I can get it through. So, and I could bring one here or bring one right to the top, even though I'm placing in our floral. So I've got those in now, like I've fanned them out, and I want to place in a cable tie to hold those. So I'm going further up the stem, so if I part it, and you'll see, because I want to grab, as all these are here, and hold them in place up here. And I'll bring one down further as well. Just making sure that my cable ties the right way. Turn it over. Go back through. Before I pull it, I will make sure that they're in the position I need them. So we've got one that needs to be over here, like so. So then I will pull those together, so they're all in place. And I'm bringing the cable ties where the square little bit is on the front, so it's not on the back. So when everything's in and fluffed up, all your things are going to hide the square little piece on the cable ties. And then because I've got two loose here because they're further down, I will just go through here. I'll turn the cable tie around properly. And I will also attach these in. And cut that off as well. And then again, you can also just fluff up however you'd like it to be. Bring that one over here. So we have it like that at the moment. So all our little wild lilies, you can bend them into position wherever you'd like them to sit. If you think, you know, you'd like it, let's place it under here. You'd like it to sit in a different direction or slightly more over to the sides. So I'm not going to bring any more of those in. So we're finished with those. I've got these white or the peacock feathers. I'm wanting to bring some wispiness down the bottom as well. So I could place those in there and then bend them outwards. I can't bend that one for some reason. And they can then sit under here as well, so it's coming out from the sides there. And then let's get, I think we'll bring that under maybe. Let me just have a look. Well, we could bring some of those up at the back. And that's all. You just have to keep looking where you'd like it to sit. Fluff it out a little bit so it's spread. I just hold it like that. I may. And so you've got this at the back sticking out as well. So you've got movement and volume also at the back. If you can see that. And again, you will be able to fluff these up also. Let's just slightly give that movement. Then I'm going to grab, let me take my tag off, my poinsettia pick, let's move that to one side, open the centre part, and that's going in there. And then you can, excuse me, you know, fluff up anything how you'd like it to sit as well. And then obviously fluff up your petals. But we can do that once you've attached it all in. I'll turn that one around a bit. Straighten that one. And I'm just opening things like that. So that is that. I want to get, let me take the tags. I should have taken the tags off, guys, of everything before I started. Silly me. I'm used to working one-handed. We get used to things like that. Let me take the rubber band off as well. Now I've got 3 of these. One's open. You can bring, again, through the back, just poke it through, and place it somewhere at the back if that's how you'd like it. I'll bring where the smaller one ball is to the bottom and the taller one to the top. I can just hold it while I do it. So that is one, as you can see, at the side. And I want another one at the side as well. Because again, our big bow is going to be at the front. And you don't have to have everything in the same place. Let's just, in fact, bring this one a little bit more forward. And I'm just pushing it in. Now we'll just manipulate them a little bit, like so. I don't want those in. So now I've got all those in with my hand, I'm going to place in a cable tie just around the bottom bit on the stem, just where my hand is, just to hold those in place at the bottom. Oh, Oops, I've just pulled that off. Oh my gosh, guys, I am so heavy-handed. Let me do it again. As you can see where my hand is, I'm placing it around here, this cable tie, just to hold them in. So I can then have a free hand to fluff them up. So we'll cut that. Let me just make sure it's tight enough. Yeah. I'll place that there so I've got a free hand. I can now, if I wish, place another one around the back, but because they're all together, and it is quite top heavy, guys, so take that into consideration. So I'm going to now place another one here, because I want all these to bring together. I don't want them spreading out. So bring that one there, and then bring in another one right near the bottom. So they're all in together, and that's one nice straight stem. Now I'm going to cut this one to around that length. I don't want, that's as much as I want going down my trunk of my tree. If you feel you want it longer, then you can have it longer, whichever you like. And once we've covered this, I will be bringing in my bow. I grab the pipe cleaners at the back, and that will be sitting like that. So then you've got your tree topper. So, but first of all, I'll get rid of all of this rubbish. We don't need any of these now. You can make it as big or as small as you like. It's entirely, you know, what you prefer, guys. It's, you know, everybody's different. Right. Let's get... Now you can also, if you've got tinsel, or, you know, what else could you use? You could use tinsel, or you could use other ribbons or anything like that, just to cover that. And we're basically covering our mechanics, and I'm doing it in green so it blends in with the colour of my tree and down the trunk, and you won't notice it. And I'm going to start around here. So I haven't got my glue gun on yet. Again, I am so naughty. I'm going to place a bit of glue on the tip of my ribbon. And I'm going to just attach it just to one of the stems. Like so. I just unravel a little bit. And what I'm going to do with this as well, I want one here, just at the top, where I'm going to take it under, twist like you would if you was placing it on your ribbon, around the back of your wreath, twist a couple of times. So there's one piece. Then I'm going to do it here as well. So you take it underneath, twist, like so, because these are going to be what's going to be attaching to your trunk. And because this one's quite heavy, I'm going to place a third in. I'm going to twist that one. You don't have to use these once you take, you know, put it on your tree. You can put a cable tie on for extra support, or wire, floral wire, whichever you like to use. Right, let's get the ribbon, and I'm going to just go round with the ribbon, and I'm going to cover. Obviously I'm going to leave a little space. I'm going to pull as well, guys. Bring that up now, I've gone past that. Just so it's that what's sticking out at the back, not the rest of it. And you will get the little bump here where your cable tie is, but I'm wanting to just cover that, just so we don't see any mechanics. And I'm pulling really tight. And we are going to go back up to the top. Just move that out of the way so I can get the ribbon around it. I haven't got any tinsel on me, otherwise I perhaps would have used tinsel. That's one thing I don't tend to get in. I don't know why. I think I just buy it when a customer requests it. Just keep going to the bottom. Your ribbon does tangle up, it will curl up, as you can see. This can be a little bit boring, guys. If you don't want to cover it, if it's for yourself and you don't feel that you want to cover the stem, that's fine. Now I'm at the bottom, and you can still see those little two pieces there. I'm going over, just like that. I wish I'd put my glue gun on now. And then I'm just going to place a little bit of glue on the ribbon as I'm bringing this piece back up, just to hold that in place. Let me just cut some of this ribbon off, because it is quite curled up. Let's uncurl it. If I can. And then now I've gone up, I will go back over, bend that little piece in, or back up towards the top, and get my ribbon here to catch it so it doesn't show the bottom. And then start going back to the top. Let me just try and unwind this ribbon. Now I'm placing my finger on as I'm going up. I just don't want it to become loose while I'm twisting it around. And then now I'll move those back down there. And I'm just using the emerald green just because my tree is green. And then move that one back down there. And we're getting there to the top now. Now I'm going to turn it over, and as you can see, it's just these sticking out now. I'll get a bit of glue, and I'm just going to stick it onto there. I should have put my glue gun on. And I'm just going to go around once more, so I know then that glue will stay there. Cut this little piece here. We don't need that. Bring that back round, that little bit that's just moved. Again, get a bit of glue on the bottom of the ribbon, and then just pat it down nicely. You don't want glue everywhere. I've got it on my jacket. It's one thing I didn't want. So then that, now you've got these to tie around the main trunk of your tree. And it's covering all your mechanics at the front. So then, because I've got the pipe cleaner on the back of here, I'm going to wrap this around my stems. And I will tie it at the back, and you could use that if you've got enough to have another hook to hang around. So I'm going to bring it, let's just see, it's going to be about there. Turn it upside down. I will straighten my bow once I've done, and then just twist. Now if you want, you can leave that and give you a fourth, if I turn that round, a fourth piece, what I've used for my ribbon, to hang fasten to the trunk. Or if you feel 3 is enough, just keep turning it like so and twisting it till you are happy. I sometimes go back under it, or I just do it like that, but I will leave that there, and it may help me again for the rest to attach to the tree trunk. So then you can just manipulate now your ribbon or bow in the center, fluff it up, and let's just now straighten our poinsettia, bring some of the petals through the bow if you to add a little bit more interest. So that one can become through there. Just stand it up and have a look, guys. just going to turn over the tail ends so they're rounded or curled under. So there you have your tree topper. Now isn't that lovely? And you can do it in all different colours. You don't just have to do it obviously in this colour, but I've made this for my tree, and that's going, you know, above. You can manipulate the Christmas ornaments as well. Now they're there, bring some forward, you know, just play around and fluff things up to how you'd like it to sit. Again, you don't have to have everything at the same height opposite each other. You can make it whimsical and have things at different heights to give that different interest and movement. Let me just straighten this up. Just give that a little bit so that can come down here like so. So that is the choice of that one. So you can just like keep it like that, and then when you put it in your trunk of your tree with the handle, wrap these around your trunk, your main trunk, not just one of your pine needles, stems, the actual main trunk of the tree. And then that, and push it quite in so it's like the bow is sitting on right at the top of the tree here, like that. So that is the gold and green one. Now I'm going to get things together to do a smaller one, because not everybody has got big trees. I've got a 7-foot tree, so I'm gonna need, because I've got a long lounge, so I need it big. But I'm going to get things together. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to get things together to do a smaller one for people, because there is people out there, guys, who just have little 4-foot trees. My mum's got actually a 4-foot tree, because she lived on her own before she went to live with my sister, and she had a 4-foot tree, and because she couldn't decorate it and make it, you know, big like a 7-foot. She's only tiny herself. She's only 5'1", so she's not that much bigger than the tree. So and she, plus living on her own, she didn't want, or she didn't see the reason to go out and do all big, which I fully understand. And plus, some people just, you know, it's not a case of like living on their own, they don't want a big tree. Some people just don't like big trees in general, and that's it, nothing more said. So I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to get all the things together, and I'm thinking see, some people have asked me to do candy cane, but again, I want to try I don't know, I may do one, whether it be in red and green, you know, just traditional, because a lot of people do like traditional as well. I'll have a look and I'll come back to you guys. So I'll see you shortly. One moment. La, la, la. Hi guys, it's me. I decided to do a little kind of like candy cane sort of a effect, but I'm not having as much elements in. Sorry Marley, as the other one. So for the ribbon, I've gone for the velvet, what I had yesterday, and I wanted to use up. I've also got this. Now I had to buy it per yard, but you know what guys, it is lovely. I don't know if you can see that close up, but it is beautiful. It's a Costco ribbon. And then this hasn't got any wire in, but I thought I could just use these for some dangly bits and maybe a couple of loops in the centre also. So I just want to see. For some reason I like it like that. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna make a smaller ribbon, or bow should I say. again, I'm going to bring it, the tail ends towards me. I'm not making the tail ends as long, and I'm not making the loops as long. The last loops we started off was with 7-inch. So this one we're going to only start, oh look, I knew I wanted to use this, there's hardly any left on it. So we're going to have to be careful. So if that's the case, should I do, I may do 3 loops of this. Let's have a look. We're going to go to 5.5 inch. Something's telling me 5.5 inch. So we'll go 5.5. If I can get underneath it, twist it. 5.5. Right, I'm only going to do 2 because I won't have enough for 3. I don't think. Let's just see by folding it. Oh, I don't know. We're going to do 3. Again, it's not going to be as big. That will go over there. So we've got 3. So if I just bring those, I can manipulate those before we go any further into the positions that I'd like them to sit. Then we're going to use, I will save this, guys, because then if I buy ribbon like I have bought this and it's not on a spool, I can easily, you know, place this on here. If it's not big enough like that, this ribbon is too wide, I do sometimes take one end of these cardboard pieces off and then just have one so I can wrap something bigger. But I have ordered some plastic spools for my odd bits of ribbon. So we'll do the same with this one. I'm going to go 5 again, or 5.5 should I say, with these. So measure it with that one. Just straighten this ribbon out. It's twisted on me. So with these then, I would bring one down the bottom, one in the middle there, and then one in the middle of these 2 reds here. So like that. Let me just cut. And I do have again this silk ribbon. So what I could do with this silk ribbon, what I've still left out, I could just go like that, have a bit of tail end like so with that one, and then do the same with this one. Have a little bit of tail end and this to give it a different, you know, little bit of difference like so, just by placing it in the center. That's all I'm doing. And let me see if I've got, let's see, oh, one moment. There we go. I've got one that's got a few candy canes on here, and what I'm going to do, cut a little piece and have this in our centre. Just fold it in half, or let me straighten the end bit. Fold it in half, pinch where I'd like it. Just make sure it's all sticky. Place that just in there. I could have even placed just a plain red, but I'm gonna go like that. And then I'm gonna pop this through to the back, my cable tie. Go over. Lift it off of my bow maker. Take this around the back. Oh, I forgot a pipe cleaner. Oh my goodness. Let's get the pipe cleaners, guys. Through. I'll just grab 4 to be on the safe side. So I'll get my pipe cleaner, place it through the back. And pull. Now I'm pulling tight already because I have positioned my loops. So all I will have to do is just twist. And I can cut that little excess off a bit closer to the pipe cleaner, the cable tie in the centre. Not too much though, because I don't want it to slip out. Let's move the other bows so I don't cut those. So then just bring all your tail ends down. I will sort those out in a moment. I'm just going to put them through there. And I'm going to just fluff up my loops. The one in the center. And the tail ends, what I'm going to do with those, I'll just cut those at an angle. On all of them. I'm doing it the opposite way today because I want it to have a different effect. I like to do things, you know, sometimes different. So that is those. Let's move all the ribbon. I'll keep again the green one out. And that is just a smaller bow. for our fancy candy one that we're gonna, well, I say fancy, it's not gonna have a lot in again, because I'm gonna, taking into consideration this is for a smaller tree, so it won't be as big as the green and gold. So we'll place that aside. And what I've chosen, again, I have got the pine back out, this again, because that is going to be our main Christmassy foliage. I've got out some feathers where I'm going to place in, but I'm going to probably take the last couple of ones off and bring this a bit further down like so. We'll have a look. And I have got variegated ficus. Now, some people think it's a cheap foliage and it doesn't look good, but honestly guys, not everybody's got that budget where they can spend a lot of money, and I personally think ficus is a wonderful foliage. You know, I tend to use it a lot and I've never had any complaints. It's what you make it, that's my answer. It's how you make something look beautiful by using it that counts. You know, if a customer wants more of a budget wreath or something, then, you know, you could use your budget foliage like your ficus. It's, you know, instead of using all your big expensive. So I cut these down because I'm going to take the last set of leaves off of here because they will be in the way. And I've got 3 now of those. I've also taken out 3. Oh, I've just pulled one apart. Let me just glue that back in so it stays in. There we go. So I've got out some little picks I've got with the candy swirl on the stripe with the rings and the ball. I've got out 3 of those. Oh, it's caught on that. I don't know if I'm going to need 3. Oh, I've done it again. Let me just get glue on that. I keep popping them off. Get a bit of glue on the end. And place that back in. Wipe any excess glue off that's seeped out. That we don't want on. So yes, I've got 3 out of those. I've also got 3 out of these. I've got 3 out of everything, but I'm not going to say that I'm going to use them all. But I've got 3 out of these with the little bells on. You know, the swirls, where the candy cane swirls, where you can extend them or keep them as a cluster like that, or just extend a little bit of them, not too much. Marley's looking because they've got bells on. Or you can have them like that. It's your choice how you want them. So I've got 3 of those out as well. And I've also got 3 candies, canes. But again, you know, they're slightly different. One's got like the candy cane cord going around it. This one's got like just a little bit of like lacy type thing with it, and that's got like furry balls or baubles on. I have got one of these that I think we may use at the top. I could have used smaller ones, but I've decided to get that one, have that one at the top. And I did get this out, and I may put a pick in it and just excuse me, place that underneath somewhere like that, the candy cane. So let's get a pick on that to start with. Let's get a long one. So here's what I say when I cut things off. So I'm going to dip that in some glue and push it in underneath. There we go. So now we have got our own pick. So we'll take that tape off, even though we may not be having it at that end bit of stem. But again, I may not be using all of this. I've just got out everything in threes. I have got, guys, lots of these. I can't seem to get rid of them. I have got lots. I went through where I ordered lots of them. And they're not as popular as I thought they may be. So, let me just have a drink. I've had to go and get another drink, guys, because once I paused the camera, I started coughing. What's on, Molly? It's feather. You should be used to feathers when you chase birds. So yes, I had a bit of a coughing since, you know, time for about 5 or 10 minutes, or 5 minutes should I say. I wasn't really out that long. Got some snowballs in it. So, and it's the same procedure as the other one. We're going to do it just exactly the same. So we're going to get our first stem, just slightly open it so I can get things in, like so. And because this one is higher than this one, I want to make sure that some things are, you know, coming from here as well, not just leaving a gap, and here as well. I don't want to leave gaps. So where's the bigger one? So we'll get the bigger ficus, and I'm going to just place that there. That's all I'm going to do. Again, on top of this stem, I could bring it slightly down. I don't want to go higher than this pine. And then I've got these smaller ones where I'm going to place here at the bottom. And I'm going to bend them into place, more so when I've placed a cable tie around. And then just bend it. So we've got it like that. So before I go any further, in comes the cable tie in this area, or should I actually do it down here first? Right near the bottom. You know what, I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I always seem to get the cable ties in the wrong way round. So those are secure there. Cut the excess off. I can bend those and manipulate them where I'd like them to be. Again, I wanted to cover this bit here up as well. Place those together. Give it a little bit of a movement, lift it up. We can place like so. So that is our ficus. I'm wanting to use some feathers, and I can just slightly bend those over without pulling them out, because they are on paperback, so they'll be easier to come out. Let's have a look where the bottom one finishes. Again, I don't want it that tall, so I'm going to take that one out and take that one out. And let's bring that here. That's better. And then I can manipulate those to go over and at the back if I wish. And if I want to, I could also bring these in at the bottom and have that like that, and have one under here at the back. So we've got something at the back as well. I may have to pull this pick out. This came with this lollipop. I may have to pull it out and put a longer one in, because it's not that long. So let me just place those there. Let's grab a long one. Here we go, that's longer. So let's see if I can pull it out. Oh yes, it comes on a wooden pick, look. I've just realised, like a skewer, what you'd use for your kebabs. That's all it is, what's been pushed in. I'll save that. That could be some use for me. So I'll dip this in the glue as well. And go where that went. Push it in a bit more. And I've made a longer pick. Remove some of the glue, what's seeped out. And now I've got a much longer stem. So I can use that up above there. Like that. As you noticed, I'm still holding them all together. Let's have a look. I'm gonna place things on top of each other like this, and then I can bend them once I've fastened them together. So we've got one there, and I'm gonna place, I might bring one around the back, and then another one at the front. So I'm going to bring those like that, if I can hold. So that is like that. So we've got something at the back as well. Again, like I said last time, you know, you need something at the back. So what I'm gonna do is cable tie those on now. So I'm gonna go here at the bottom. So they are held all in. And before I attach another one, I want to just bend into position where I'd like these, and I can manipulate these as and how. And just pop them through. Again, don't be frightened to have some of the foliage in front of it. That's what adds to your arrangement. So like that. So I'm going to get cable tie, and I'm just going to go around here, because as you can see, that's needs securing on. So I'm going to take a cable tie through, and I'm also going to attach it to some of the other things that are in there to secure those as well. Like that. So then that is all secure as well. So that is that pick like so. I want, oops a daisy, I do want this here. I may either have it, I'll bend that a little bit more, I could have it offset slightly, because again, taking into consideration our bow is going there. So I'll probably actually keep that in my hand and keep it in that position. Just bend that there a little bit. So then I've got these little wispy bells. Again, I'm going to place one at the back there. Let's open mine out, a bit of length, and you can manipulate these forward, backwards, however. So we've got one, we'll place one at the back, one at the side, one a bit higher up at the back. Oh gosh, I've just done it again. I knew I grabbed it and felt it. Right, let's just get that on a bit. That's it. And then another one, open it up and bring that one under the back, around the back as well. Again, it might be slightly higher than this one, but that's okay. Let's just move that out of the way. So we've got those in. So again, I'm going to cable tie those together, so it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to go here first. So that's one. Cut that excess off, turn it upside down. Now you can see where this stem here is just flopping around. It needs securing down. So again, let's get cable ties on it. Oh, don't forget my drink. Some people do like candy cane. So I'm going to go around here just so I can hold this upper piece here down like so. So I'm going through this area. So you'll always see when you turn it the opposite way around, the things at the back, what look like this one slightly loose, when you think, right, I need a cable tie to secure that down. So I'm going to go through here, around, if I do it this way instead, through here, through there, grab that bit there so I can hold that in. And I'm going to just slide the cable tie to the side, like so, and then snip that off. So now that one is more than secure, and if you feel the ones at the bottom like that may need it, then place one there. If you don't, that's fine. Again, you can manipulate these to come out or bring some of them through, just so you got that bit of candy cane by extending it like that, just popping it through. With some of your other foliage. So you've got that mixture. We'll bring one. Let's have a look on the back. That one I'm going to pull up higher, and I'm going to just bring that above. So we've got it like that at the moment. Now we can, if you wish, again, you don't have to overload it, you know. You can bring one of these canes in as well. There's a lot of green here, so I may want to bring it just near the bottom here. Just sticking out at the side there. So we'll do that with that one. Let's have a look. No, I rather like them at the bottom. Yeah, next to where the bow's going. I'm only going to place two in. Place another cable tie around those at the bottom. And that's held those in. Snip that off. And now I don't want that one. What I'm going to do, because these are all different lengths, I don't want, again, I'm taking into consideration it's only a 4-foot tree. I'm going to cut all that off. And the reason I'm cutting there is I go and have a look where most of the stems are finishing, which is around here. So instead of cutting here and having loose ones like there, I'm cutting to where most of them are finishing, so they're all going to line up together. So I will cut that like so. And then I'm going to get a cable tie, just one, and hold these together down here. Like so. So then all those are held together down here as one stem. So then I'm gonna, when we put this on, after we've covered our main stem, is gonna sit there. So let's get our ribbon again. I think I may just take a bit off and then just use it so it doesn't, with any luck, twist on itself. So we'll place that on my lap for a moment, and I'm going to want these on again. So I'm going around the main stem. I'm just going to pop that one through there. So it goes round to the back with our cable tie. Turn it over, pull and twist, and that is going to be part of what's going to attach to the trunk of your tree. You can place as many of these on as you like, guys. You know, if you want to have another one down here right at the bottom, or another one in the center, then you could place another one in the center as well. So then we'll get our ribbon, just place a bit of glue on it. Let me take that off. Place a bit of glue on the end of the ribbon here. I should have had my glue gun on, but again, naughty me. And I'm going to attach it onto the stem around here. So I've just attached it here. Get that glue string off, and then now I'm going to go just around, and I'm going to go where you can see here, because that's one of your, what's going to go on your main trunk to attach it to. Again, you can put cable ties on there if you still feel it's not strong enough. Wrap a cable tie around this stem and your trunk, and to give it a bit of extra more support if you feel it's needed. And then I'm just now going to go around. I'm going to twist with this stem, make it easier for myself. Oh, one moment, guys, somebody's here. Hello? Oh, hello. I'm here. Oh, lovely. Wonderful, thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Another delivery. So we're going to carry on going around with I'm twisting the actual tree topper itself. When I come to this here, I don't go over that. I lift that upwards so I can place my ribbon, as you can see as we're going down, underneath it like so. So then it's just these that are showing, nothing more. So I'm going to carry on going. And I'm pulling tight on the ribbon because I don't want any loosey-goosey bits. Now there is another way. Some people find it hard to cover the tips. So if I just unravel a little bit here, I'm going to just put a bit of glue on there so I can just keep my ribbon in place. So I'll just place a little bit of glue there, just to hold the ribbon while I show you another way. I'll just pull tight on it and then let go. Right, there's another way that you can, oh, I have that other ribbon bit, do and cover your tip at the bottom. Let me just cut some off. Or measure it first, that's the thing. Go here wherever, go at least an inch up your main stem. You can do this before you start wrapping your ribbon around. Go up like that. So I want to cut it then about here. I've measured it an inch and followed it underneath and back up, like so. So once you've done that, get your glue gun. I mean, again, I've not got mine on. Place a bit of glue on your stem. Place that on. Just sit it on there. Pat it down. Turn it upside down. I get the glue guns off, the glue strings off of me. And then get a bit more glue. Go on here, around the bottom and around the tip here as well, just under the stem. If you need more glue, then you just add a bit. Oh, I took it off now. Then go over. And you've gone over the stems at the bottom. I'm going to have to do the opposite side again. You've gone over the stems at the bottom. Just pat it. Let's do this side again because it's not stuck for some silly reason. I'll put it on the ribbon instead. Put quite a bit on. I'll make sure it sticks. And then go up and just pat around the edging like so. So that's covering underneath your stems. I was taught that when I did real flowers as well, when we did things like buttonholes or anything like that. So then now get your other ribbon that you're using to wrap around. And then just carry on then going around with this and pulling it, and you come to near the end. Don't go right over the tip, and then start going back up to the top. So that is how you can, another way of covering the end. If that's, you can't do it the way that I've got used to doing it. So I'm going to just carry on now going back up, and again when I come to my pipe cleaners now, I'll move them downwards so I can get this side of them again as well, like so. There's one there, so I'll just come round I'll hold that in place where I want, so I can just cut it. so. Get rid of that. Place a bit of glue again. On my ribbon. And then pull it and then pat it into place. And then that, and pull off any glue strings that may be there. Put that in the bin. And that is again your stem. Lovely covered. Your still pieces of pipe cleaners are here to attach around your trunk. And then also on the front it is covered as well. So then we grab our ribbon, just make sure everything's the way that it should be, you know, the tail end's hanging down. I wish my cat had moved. It gives me limited space on such a big workbench. So get your 2 pipe cleaners, wrap around. I have to just feel it from the other side. Pull like so. Turn it upside down. And then just, let me just get those out of the way. Just twist with these like so. And again, you can use that as well to tie around your trunk, or you can snip it off. So I will leave that on because with it being really heavy with all the picks and this lollipop and everything, turn it around, fluff up your bow, make it beautiful. Like that. And there is your lovely candy cane, little whimsical tree topper for your small 4-foot tree. Now let me just get these out of the way. I don't like mess. I'm not a snob, guys, I just don't like mess. It's only because, oh excuse me, it's because I like to see what I'm doing. I'm like that inside my house. I like to be able to see space and what I'm doing. I'm not a judgmental person. If people are, you know, aren't like me, that's fine. You know, I don't judge people. Everybody's got a method in their own madness, haven't they, at the end of the day? And that's just that. So let's move that out of the way. Move those out of the way. Let me just get all my ribbons out of the way. They're just piling up. Where's that? Let's just get that. So I will show you and compare both of the sizes of the tree toppers together, because they are, then you'll be able to see the different size that we use for different size trees. It's not just, you know, for the big trees that people have. Again, not everybody has big trees. My mum doesn't. I do, but my mum doesn't, or didn't, until she lived with my sister. I think my sister has a fairly big one, about 6 foot. So let me go and grab the other one. over here. So, I just moved my cat. He's going to moan. He always does. So this one here is for the 4 foot. No, stay there. And this one is probably for a 6 foot or 7 foot, whichever. And there is a big difference in size, as you can see. So that gives you 2 ideas. Again, you don't have to go with the colours I've chosen. You know, everybody's got their own colour of decor for their own Christmas decorations. But that, again, is one for a smaller tree. And this one is for a larger tree. So, isn't that, aren't they beautiful? I even quite like this one. Very, I love the ribbon on it. Very Christmassy and joyful. So, mind you, they both are. So yes, so the smaller in size. So, and this one is much lighter than this one. This is quite heavy. So there's 2 ideas on Christmas tree toppers. So if you ever want to have a go at them, guys, and they're not hard. I feel you'll be able to do them. It's just placing things together. You could even place things on top of each other to start with, and then cable tie them all together, you know, and then manipulate them into moving them and side and things like that to, you know, manipulate them here or up here. You could do that after as well. But I like to tend to, well, you've seen how I did it. But so if you feel that you want to do it in your own colours, whether it be pinks, purples, reds, you know, traditional, even golds, silvers, whites, and creams, blues, you know, whichever colour you know takes your fancy for your own home, or even for a friend or family, or even to sell, guys, then try doing different size ones if you're selling them. Do some for large trees, some for small, maybe some without as much in, you know, really minimal, some with quite a lot in, like this, and big, and like a big statement piece. And again, some what could just have without even this lollipop in, and just have from here downwards, just something small like that. So, and you know, and do it like that if you like. Anything what you fancy, guys. It's all your own decision and your own style and of choice as well. So let me just place up the camera. I'll put that lollipop back. I don't want that one. So let's just bring it up. My Mardy cat, he keeps crying. Let's just bring the camera back a little bit so I can hold them up and show you as they're held in my hand. So this one is for our smaller tree. Isn't that, I quite like that. I love it when you've got gifts on them, guys, because it represents Christmas with a gift, you know, under the tree. Santa's been, drop them off, you know, wake up Christmas morning, hallelujah, wonderful joyous day. I'm like a kiddie at Christmas. And then you've got the bigger one. If I just grab the stem at the bottom for your bigger tree. Let me just grab it properly, guys. For your bigger tree. So there's a big difference in sizes, as you can see. But aren't they both beautiful? Something to think about, instead of having the traditional, what do they call it, like stars on top of your Christmas tree for your tree topper, you know, bring something like this into it. Make it a wonderful experience and have fun doing them. So I hope you enjoyed those, guys, and I hope it's given you a bit of inspiration to create one for yourself. I'm sorry if you couldn't see everything I was doing. It's just quite awkward to do it upside down, so my apologies if that that was the case. But it's not hard to put together, so it's, you know, quite easy. So again, please subscribe, share and like to the world, to all Santa's helpers, you know, to St. Nicholas and his wife, Mrs. Claus, Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and all your friends, family, all your colleagues, whomever, guys. I'd be grateful, you know, if you pass the word around and gets my business recognised, and it's more than appreciated. It truly, truly is. So I hope you've had a wonderful time doing, you know, watching. Give it a go, guys. I know you can all do it. Again, it doesn't matter what you place in it. Like I said yesterday, your designs are just as beautiful as anybody's, whether you're a beginner or advanced. Again, just even thinking of starting doing artificial floristry designing as a hobby is beautiful in itself. So there we go. So have a wonderful day. I've got some wreaths to do now, and I hope you have a fabulous afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are, or morning. I think it may be in the States. What time is it? Let's say one. Oh, it may be about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this video for you guys in the States. So because it's, well, I'll say 6:30, 7:30, because it's now 1:30 here in the afternoon in the UK. We're about 6-7 hours ahead of you. So have a great day, all the best, take care, guys, good health, and keep crafting. And I love you all. From me and my Mardy cat, Marley. Always goes back to us now, guys. Oh, it can be awful. Have a great day. I won't be on tomorrow because, again, Fridays are always my busiest day, and I've got a couple of big garlands to make as well. So have a fabulous day and a fabulous weekend. I love you all, and keep your comments coming. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Let's have a close-up. Hey, Marley. Oops, I've just nudged the phone. Here we go. I may have to hold it up a little bit. Let's do this one first. So there is our little, well, I say little, our candy cane lollipop with the, like a tinsel or glittery background, should I say. And there's our little, look, our little bells. And our variegated ficus with our pine needles, our mountain pine, some white feathers, you know, just have a bit of like snow, like, look, make it look like snow's landed on your leaves. Our picks here as well, our tinsel gift in the center, and there's one of our candy canes with the white, I don't know what you call it, guys, I don't know what it is, just like a lacy type effect, I guess, I don't know. And then here's the other one with the little baubles on, if I can hold it in another better direction, there. And then you have your wonderful bow, and that's the bow that I've got. It's a Costco bow. I had to order per meter. And then we've got our velvet red one there, where I finally got to use that little bit on the roll. And then one with the candy cane. I've incorporated that because we've got those, and obviously that at the top. And then I just added a few bits of green silk ribbon and a bit of this candy cane, what hasn't got any wire in. And that is then your 4-foot one done and looking beautiful. So your 6-7 foot plus one, whichever you want to use it for. Where do we start? There's the peacock feathers. You've got the gold, where can I place it? Here. The gold glittered fern with some sequins on. You've got your Christmas baubles with sprinkles on, or ornaments. This is part of the pick of the poinsettia. You get that on it. You get a cluster of berries like that, quite tall. and then you get a smaller cluster here at the side. You get holly leaves, what are velvet with gold on also, and then your beautiful poinsettias with glitter on as well. Then we've got our, I love this, our rubber textured tree pine, obviously our pine needles there. We've got our lovely gold painted or wild lilies. What else did we get on, guys? Oh, we got these at the back, the foxtail fern with the glitter all over them as well. I like them. And then we've got our beautiful bow with the gold, with the mesh in the center and glitter on the edging with some sequins scattered over. You got your gold, green, emerald green, velvet one with gold on the underside. And that is what we've used for that one. So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys, and I hope it gives you a lovely bit of inspiration to create your own wonderful tree toppers, whether it be for yourself or, you know, again for family or friend. Enjoy and have fun. They're wonderful things to do. You never know, I might end up doing miniature ones instead and take the ribbons off that I've done for my tree last year in emerald green and put mini tree toppers scattered around instead of the ribbons. Oh, that's an idea, guys. Anyway, food for thought. So I'll speak to you again, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care. God bless, and stay warm, guys, if it's cold where you are. I love you all. Bye for now.